Hello and welcome to another episode of FPL Kopi Talks, where we try to keep good mental health and FPL excitement synonymous. I'm Anwadi. Are you sure you're casual?
I'm ABK, as always, the Arsenal loyalist.
And I am Lukman, the not so sensible one.
I thought you
How are you,
upgraded to
ABK?
stubborn one last week.
Huh? I
thought you
change every
upgraded
time,
to
bro. Every week.
That's why I say as always for me, because I will never change. I'll always be the Arsenal loyalist, bro. Yeah, I'm back, by the way. I'm back. Good to be back.
Yeah, how are you, man?
I missed podding for a week. Listen back to...
For 3 weeks, international break.
Yeah, international break. And then back also.
Yeah.
I listened back to the
how's the
pod
pod,
while I
bro?
was editing it. You guys did a good job without me. Yeah, so...
Actually,
What
right,
was
if you guys see the...
But I would have to say a bit much on the Liverpool side. I think
Come on.
like, too long. We have to cut it down a bit, bro. Hey,
Ano?
How was the Barcelona game, the Femina game?
oh yeah, it was okay. It was good. For the female games, right? It's like the disparity between like the Barcelonas and like the Granadas,
Skill
right?
level,
It's still very very big. Yeah. So it's like watching.
But it's still a good. Was it still a good watch?
Yeah, in the Barcelona
like
team
they're
is
pushing.
really good. Yeah.
Nice.
I think that there'll be the. I
Should we
watched
get-
like the Ballon d'Or female. I think today. I think it's the Ballon d'Or announcement, right? I
What's the
think
name?
the female Ballon d'Or was playing just now. In this game that I watched. Yeah.
What's her name?
Aitana Bonmati. She's definitely gonna win. I think there's no contest. Yeah. And anyway, just before we start, I just give you guys 2 minutes to just talk about the Rugby World Cup final.
Oi.
Your thoughts?
Oh.
2 minutes.
Okay. Quick one, bro. Anwar, let's go, man.
I
Thoughts on
wanted
that?
New Zealand to win. I think before the game we talk about, for those of you who don't watch rugby, right, there's 8 players on the bench. So basically, it's like asking how you should split up the bench lah. So you could either put a full-on defensive like forwards or like a mixture of both forwards and back. And I think what the South African team chose to do was choose a 7-1 split But they didn't need that lah. I thought the red card was really unfortunate 26 minutes into the game I think that really made it tougher for the All Blacks What do you think?
for
man?
me, okay.
So disappointed.
But remember, Anwar, you said like we have our VAR is damn bad, right? But even in rugby, right, even though the system is very good, like the communication and all, but even with all that, right, we have basically the referee had 10 minutes to make a decision, essentially, to upgrade yellow to red. And even then, right, people disagree. So I'm just saying this. I'm looking forward that like VAR will be probably streamlined properly in the future, right? But even then, right, I will still feel that there's a lot controversial, even though there's like, you know what I mean, everything is like subjective I guess in football also. So I'm thinking like I'm talking to your brother ABK, he's distraught he's a Kiwi he's a new Kiwi. He was saying why he was trying to explain to him why Colisi didn't get a red card to him, but he just distraught, man, and like it's difficult.
Colisi was also like a 50-50
Yeah.
So,
decision,
or would you
It
say
because-
like the final was ruined by refereeing decisions?
No lah, I wouldn't say that.
I think
I mean, it's part of the game.
I wouldn't say that, so
It's part of the
I
game.
wouldn't say
part
that. I
of the
think
game.
it's okay. Yeah.
And
Okay.
and for
2 minutes
last
already,
one
bro. Okay.
for high scoring game, right? 1 point difference really means it's a very tight affair, and it was fascinating to watch. Congrats, bro!
Yeah, it was a
As
great game.
South Africa win, ABK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Springboks fan.
Do you watch?
Because I know.
Do you watch?
I watched the last 20 minutes, I think.
Should have gone to
I
Paris.
see.
Yeah, I think New Zealand should have scored the last penalty. I think that last penalty they missed, right? I think they lost the game because of that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
let's not go. Let's start
go on.
let's start the pod proper. But before that, don't forget to follow us on our IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X on FPL Kopi Talks.
Yes, and you haven't already, click the follow button on your Spotify right now as you're listening to this. Give us some 5-star rating. And also, we're always working to provide to you up-to-date content to partner you on your FPL journey.
Also, if you haven't, do join our Telegram group where we're running our FPL Prize League. I'm really looking forward to today's spot. And without further ado, grab your beverage of choice. This is episode 88. Is it 88?
Yes.
88.
The great Diaby.
Let's get into it.
Bos, kopi O1 bos. You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks.
It's Freddie Youngberg again. Pushed out by Bartes. Wilson!
Right here. Right now.
What a piece of quick thinking!
Okay, Tall Grande Venti. In this segment, we'll put our purely biased, highly opinionated ratings of this game week. So we'll start the lowest. So I think I'll start first.
Hey, before
week,
we start with
weekly
this,
affair.
like I listened back to last week's pods. Without me, I think
yeah.
Anwar took some liberties with the decimal points. Yeah.
What do you say?
It's gonna get worse, man.
What
I
do you
think
say?
it got too long. I
8.727,
think it was like 4 or 5 decimal places in there. So I think today when I'm back, I'm going to police this situation. We're going to keep it to 1 decimal place for you, Anwar.
Bro, you can round it up.
Okay.
Okay, continue, Lukman.
3SF.
Okay, actually, I had a bad FPL game week, but I will give this rating of 5 out of 10. I think I'm okay lah. I'm not neither happy nor sad. I wouldn't say it's a failure because my team won. Great week of the I enjoyed the rugby final. I mean, overall, right, I wasn't as down as last week. Last week was 2.5, right? I think I felt much better this week, even though I had a big red arrow. So 5 out of 10, and just pass.
That's quite dangerous, bro.
KBK?
Yeah, for me, I got 67 points this week for my FPL team, so I'm going to go for 6.7 this week.
Eh? Okay.
I also get 1 decimal place lah. Okay. Yeah, so 6.7 this week. I think Arsenal did really well. 5-0 victors over Sheffield.
Excellent, yeah.
And then my team, a Salah-less team, still managed to hold on. I think it was kind of a grey arrow because it was, I mean, technically it was a red arrow, but I think it's just a few places lost. I think I'm just 2 points away from my safety score. And because I captain Haaland this week, I think I managed to pull through another week without Salah. So, yeah.
Hey, wait, you
6.7.
got a great arrow in our mini league. By the way, you stayed at the same spot.
Yeah, I did.
FYI.
Yeah. 91.
Okay.
Pretty decent.
91. Anwar?
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah, I was saying another monster week, man. So I think my game week 8 put me in a right position for where I want to be today. I was quite lucky with Diaby returning pretty decent points because I thought I was going to blank on this Aston Villa triple up. I would give it a 8.4. 1, 3, 8.
Well done.
8.4.
Yeah.
How do you get that?
8.4 for the 84 points that I have. It would have been higher than last week had I. I mean,
This
you
guy,
always look on hindsight.
could have been higher. Could have been higher.
Yeah, I
Already
mean,
quite high already, bro.
hindsight.
37k, quite high already, bro.
Yeah, but
How was his rank?
should
What's his
have-
rank?
37k, I think. Overall, right?
You're
No.
no, you're higher. He's higher.
Is it?
We get that later.
we get to that later. But I was just
8.4.
saying that, I mean, on hindsight, someone mentioned that Haaland's last season's performance against United was still at the back of his head, right? I should follow his advice. I think it was Kenny. Was it Kenny? Yeah, but he went with Salah on the captaincy.
No, but
and I
we
think
didn't know that.
Maguire and Evans.
Yeah, shall we move on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
let's
got
move
cut
on.
off a
Evans
bit.
8.4 out of
played
10.
You got cut off a bit, Lukman.
Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
All good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay, let's move on to Brew of the Week. In this segment, we discuss players or teams that had exceeded our FPL expectations and we feel might go into a hot streak of brewing form. So the first one will be the table toppers, Spurs. So we'll talk about Sun. So 8 goals in 7 matches since moving up front in game week 4. Let's talk about Sun first.
Yeah.
I can't think of a hotter partnership than these two, Son and Maddison. I think absolutely like, I mean, they're not your typical partnership that you expect like a 2 forward kind of partnership, but somehow Son and Maddison, if one is scoring, the other is assisting, they consistently giving the returns, man.
Interestingly, like Maddison is the one that had a higher XG this game week. He got an XG of 0.86 and XA of 0.13. Son was the one with the lower XG and a higher XA, which is of 0.62 XA,
Yep.
0.18 XG. Yeah. So quite interesting because you would think that Maddison is like always known to be the assister, but it seems like they are taking turns. Right? I think Ange has figured it out. I mean, with these two, I think they play really well together. So really
Actually,
good
Son
on them,
was... He was fairly subdued in this game. He only had 2 shots in the whole game. So yeah, and only 9 touches in the first half. So first half was pretty anonymous. So, but the good thing is he played the full 90 minutes plus injury time. So I guess his fitness is improving. That's the good thing about Sun. I don't own Sun. You guys own Sun, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think.
But the
I'm
finish
still-
though,
Sorry.
the finish was just subliminal. His Son's goal.
I can't recall the goal. How do you score?
He scored with a pass from Johnson from the left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay
Uh,
lah.
yeah.
The Fulham goal was better, bro, last week when outside the box, right?
Yeah. But he's got this magical
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
just mentioning about Johnson. I think he also looks lively coming on. I think it looks like Son's gonna play up front. For now. I mean, I think Ange seems to like him up front. Richarlison's now moved to the left. Right. I think Richarlison will be rotating with Johnson on the left wing spot. So it's good and well for Son playing in the up front position. We see that whenever he plays it up front, he gets most of his attacking returns. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I was saying I don't own Sun, right? But I still think it's fine to go without Sun. If you have Meadow, I think Meadow is still a good pick. I think he'll take along, and I still don't think that I only a walk to bring Sun in. So yeah, that's
So
my pick.
you
I'm
think
okay without
you think
Son.
that Salah is still more essential than Son?
I do think Salah, especially the fixtures. You see, actually Spurs, right? From game week 11 to 16, right? They have the 5th worst run games of fixtures. So I still think Salah is still more essential if you look at who Salah's playing. So I still think, Salah over Son. If you don't have both,
Yeah,
I have Meadow
think,
in case they.
I mean, of course, I'm a bit biased here because I don't have Salah, but I do think that Son is a better pick than Salah. Okay, why I say this is because Spurs, right, they're out of the League Cup. They have no European competitions to play in, right? So they are basically just playing Premier League week in, week out, right? And then I mean, the team just has to fully focus on the Premier League, and I think with that focus, I think it's really good. And nobody is going to displace Son anytime. So I kind of like Son as an asset. I think I would. I mean, of course, I'm biased, but I think Son is a better pick than Salah if you have to choose between the two.
But okay. Anwar, anything?
He has both lah.
So I can't wait on this one. Man. But if you look at point per million, then Son.
No, okay. Let's say, how about Salah and Maddison versus Diaz and Son? EBK.
Definitely Salah, Maddison. Diaz.
Salah, Maddison.
Diaz. I
mean,
he's
Diaz
still in and about. I mean, this week he didn't play, right, because of the like his parents got kidnapped or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy
Okay,
stuff, man.
Ask you guys about title credentials for Spurs, man. What do you think? They are top of the table. They almost went. They were 5 points clear after they won Crystal Palace. I think that's the first time they've been 5 points clear since they won the league in 1960 something. So yeah, ABK, man. Would it be funny that if Arsenal go on top of Man City but they still don't win the title because of
Well,
Spurs?
it's too early to say that. And as an Arsenal loyalist, I would say that no chance at all. They will win.
No chance they'll win the title.
No chance.
Top 4?
Top 4 years, definitely. Got chance.
No?
I think they haven't faced much of a challenge yet. They're still having their full squad in.
Yeah.
They haven't had much like
They beat
have
us, bro.
some niggling injuries. Yeah, and they beat us lah. With I don't want to get into that game, bro. Don't get me started. But but I think
Arsenal
they
game
haven't
they
been
drew, right?
challenged,
Yeah, draw.
Yeah.
2-2.
But I think
They have
but
been
I think
tested, though.
Inch,
They have been
No,
tested,
not-
but
I
I think it's going to be a tough run coming up for them.
correct. It's not about tested against opposition. I think they haven't had that that luck, unlucky run of like injuries and all this happening to them. So we don't know really whether the depth can cover the gameplay that they're having right now. So I think that's the only
okay, I
stumbling
agree.
block, mentally and squad depth.
But if all their key players remain injury free, right, like their centre backs, Maddison, or I think without the European Cup, right, I still think they
They're full, bro.
could.
Yeah, I think.
Like,
I
and
think-
Vicario also is a good goalkeeper, man. Somehow I don't know how he's like so decent, like
Yeah.
some
I think
random keeper.
one thing you mentioned is they have to keep fit now because like I think the issue is this team is the squad depth. I think if like one or two key players are out injured, right, I don't think they have like able replacements.
Ben
coming up.
Tankur is on the bench, man.
Yeah.
He's a good player, man. He should be back in the
Yeah.
team. So yeah, I think centre backs and Maddison is the three main.
Then the back
Also
Madison
Udogi,
and Son,
I think-
yeah.
Son and Udogi maybe. I think yeah.
Basically the whole defense
But
line,
the-
basically.
They
Defense
got
line.
Royal lah. They got Royal.
and
lah.
attack.
They got Royal.
Royal
They
pretty
got
poor,
Royal who
man.
can cover.
Yeah,
But
but
he
you
can
look
cover
at it,
for Pro
right?
lah.
You have to give Big Ange a lot of credit. I give Big Ange a lot of credit. I see him as a real man manager. Really, like a real man manager. He gets you almost have the same team that Conte has. There's not much changes that came in from last season, but he's managed to let them perform with that fire. With that
There,
fire,
there
man.
is a lot
I
of
don't
change,
know.
bro. The change is getting Kane out of the team. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd
I
be
probably.
mean,
funny,
like,
right?
it's like even I would
If
say
Spurs
like it's
win,
even a weaker team that he's managing. Can even argue that.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't. Everyone been saying that he's very charismatic, right? Big Ange, because he's winning. Right? I want to wait until they are losing and see whether he's still charismatic. Anyway, speaking of title credentials, right? Let's talk about Liverpool. So, Salah.
Why you got Golding,
Huh?
man?
Wait, it's our next bro of the week, by the way. So there is a link, and they are title credentials. Let's talk about the main guy who ABK snubbed earlier. He's back to the top of the FPL player standing. So he's top. He's on 83 points. So let's I know want to speak a few words on our Egyptian king.
Yeah, I think he played well this game.
Way
Like,
better
he
than
could
last
have
week. Way
gotten
better than last week.
way much better than last week. And then I was thinking to myself, if he
Yeah.
had like basketball stats, right, like pass to assist, right, then he'll probably get some points in.
Yeah.
Because I think
Assist
the
to an
first two
assist.
goals was
Yeah.
assist to an assist, a
Yeah.
pass to an assist. But I think the bigger question here is that Dominic Soboslai, man. You think it's
Yeah.
he had 2 assists in this game. He's very instrumental to the attack. You think he's a decent asset for FPL? What do you think?
Honestly, right now, no. Because at 7 million, right? He's 7 million, right? I still think there's so many other options at 7 million. Like you have your Mitoma, your Embremo, your who else I can't think of. But I still think he's not yet. But maybe like later on when Liverpool is like doing well, right? And because we know he's gonna be like KDB, like in my opinion, a full like 90-minute guy, and he's more of an assister. So right now I don't think so. But maybe later on in the season. But right now I say no.
Yeah. I also don't
Maybe
really
yeah.
like him. The position, as in the position that he's taking up, lah. I mean, he's playing in the midfield three for the prices.
Yeah.
I think
He
there are
does
better
everything,
options, yeah.
But he is such a good player, though. I know.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
feeling
I
him?
think I don't know.
7
I
million.
agree with what you have to say. 7 million is a bit expensive. He's just getting into the groove of things. I think the
Yeah.
assists coming
Later
in
on,
also, yeah, maybe a bit later on. But what's great is that it's our second clean sheet in a row. We haven't considered the first goal, and I think I got quite lucky here with Simikas in my team getting 2 clean sheet points back to back. And I think Virgil is also increasing in price, which means that a lot of managers are looking at
Increased.
potentially bringing
Yeah.
increase in price. So I think a lot of people are looking at bringing in Liverpool defensive assets lah. But that being said, I think we've got an easy run of games coming in lah. Not too difficult. So don't want to get too carried away with this. But yeah, a lot of promising sign.
Yeah.
I think there's one more player that we need to address.
Wait,
I
I'll
think
talk
we
one.
need to
I
address.
know who he's gonna say. I know who he's gonna say.
Wait, I'll talk about Sobo first.
Andy
I'll talk
Carroll,
about Sobo.
Andy
I know.
Carroll.
Do you agree? Huh? Andy Carroll? Oh, okay, wait. I want to ask, do you agree that, I mean, I'm so impressed with Sobo, right? Like, I think the upgrade from Hendo to him, right, is the level of upgrade is similar to when we went Karius to Alisson and like Lauren to Van Dijk. I think that the level of upgrade is similar. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's a game-changing player. Like he changes the way of
Yeah.
the team plays. And you know what differentiates him from Hendo? No, that first touch, bro. You see, all his first touches are just crisp, man. He traps the ball.
Yeah.
Really, really
technically,
well,
and no, but the thing is, he
Technically,
runs so much. Something that I know he's a good technical player, but he just runs not aimlessly like the aforementioned guy you said just now, but
Yeah.
he just runs. Yeah, okay. Let's move on.
Okay,
We
but
want to
back to
talk about-
FPL assets. Back to FPL assets. What do you guys think of Darwin Nunes, man? I think he's really, really underrated right now. He's returned quite a bit of points also.
Yeah, it's just
So I think
okay.
he scored a
I
goal.
think he's good. It's just for me the concern is the rotation. That's one thing. I mean, with Luis Diaz coming in, Gakpo coming in, we don't know whether he'll start week in week out. And then the thing is, there's so many other forward options. Like that's like around the
This-
same price as Darwin Nunes.
Only Watkins, I think.
Watkins. I mean,
Who
there's
else?
also
Okay, let's say you're on a
Wilson.
3-man.
Wilson. I mean, there's also Ferguson if you want. Yeah, there's
I
plenty
agree.
of options. Alvarez also, you know. So it's just difficult to fit in your team, you know. Like I feel like I think there are plenty of better options. But I mean, if you want to go for the differential, chasing like Lukman, if he's chasing spots,
Yeah.
chasing rank, I think maybe Nunes is the man to go, bro.
Actually, you mentioned Wilson. I wanted to say good things about Darwin, but when you mentioned Wilson, like, Issa is injured, right? So he's more nailed than Darwin. I think I don't know even know Darwin would have played if Diaz was in contention in this game, right? And Gakpo is back. And also one thing to take note is game week 12, right? International break, we play early again against Man City, and then we have a midweek game also. So yeah, I don't know, man. The minutes. There's a midweek. I think game week 13 is a midweek game week. So yeah, I think it's still not ideal long term. I know.
I have to agree with you all. I think as much as I love him coming to form, I think it's an FPL said the Liverpool front three, apart from Salah, the other two is not so nailed. I mean, Darwin will probably get his minutes, not as much as we like, but we've seen that whenever Klopp trusts him to start a game after a good game, he doesn't really perform as well. So I don't know. It's still a hot coal for me. I know it's a good differential, but at the end of the day, I think like what ABK mentioned, there's a lot of better assets out there who can give you better value for your price.
Yeah.
Shout out to FPL banger Siva. He captain Darwin. He didn't own Salah so he captain Darwin. Good call, bro. I think Are you saying APK?
Yeah, as a Luis Diaz owner, I'm also looking to move on. I think
Why?
The rotation.
They're playing
is,
Luton away, bro. I think he's
as in I'm gonna maybe
nil-ish.
like I want to keep him this week, but then like I think long term I'm not gonna hold him. Yeah, Tsimikas is the guy that I want from the Liverpool team at the moment.
Yeah,
I think
Robo
Simi is a no-brainer
3 months.
4.5, yeah.
Robo is out for 3
Simi
months.
is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
He's out till December. So I think Tsimikas is a no-brainer. I know he didn't have a good game, but he still played.
Yeah,
His price is just a no-brainer.
To replace him also.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough about Liverpool.
For what's his worth, right? Wait, last one. For what's his worth, right? As a Liverpool fan, right, I want Darwin to play every single minute. I think he's our best nine. For what's his worth.
He has the highest XG in the game.
Okay, Rose of the Week. In this segment, we discuss players or teams that could have done much better this game week and deserve the rose coming their way. So we'll start with ABK's suggestion. Sheffield United have considered 29 goals in the opening 10 matches and have considered more goals from set pieces than any other side. 5-0, right?
Yeah, 5-0.
I didn't even watch this game.
FYI,
Didn't bother.
FYI. Lokman, like 4 pods ago, recommended everyone to get Sheffield United keeper
For the
We've been there, bro.
That will be our
quite poor.
24, 23,
Must always
goalkeeper recommendation.
must always remind him of this recommendation.
Okay.
Sheffield has the lowest XG in the whole like out of all 20 clubs, and they also have the highest XGC. Yeah, so it's like they are the worst attacking team and they are the worst defending team. Yeah. So this game against Arsenal, they scored 0.03 XG. So I don't know from where they got the 0.03 XG, because like in the whole game they just looked like they were just passengers. I mean, really poor. There's only 1 point out of 10 games. It really looked like a championship level team. Yeah, but it's for me it's the shame. I mean, when you compare to the previous Sheffield team that got promoted, right?
Yeah.
And that was a really exciting team to watch. I mean, with Lundstrom, John Fleck, and then also the wing backs, they were all very exciting to watch, and they had some identity when they played. Like they played this 3-5-2, and then they were really solid defensively, and then they could score that 1-2 goals that can get you the results. But this team is nothing like that one. Yeah. So for me, Sheffield is a team that you would want to target if you see them in the upcoming fixture list for any
100%.
teams. Go
Agree.
get that asset against Sheffield.
So Luton was like at the bottom of the packing list for the first 5-6 game week.
Yep.
Then we went to Everton, and then now I think Sheffield United
now
is
Sheffield
still
is
on
the laughing stock.
Yeah, at least Luton has like Adebayo scoring in the occasional 1 or 2 goals. The new Adebayo.
Much Morris.
Yeah, and Morris. Yeah.
Actually, Luton home at home, right? Their numbers are quite decent, underlying actually.
Yeah.
So, I think Luton is much better than Sheffield. If you think about it, they are something. They have some sort of a defensive. Okay, let's move on to the next team to roast.
Wait. But before that, right, the real reason why ABK chose Sheffield, right, is because he wants to talk about Arsenal.
No,
So
we'll talk about it.
he's doing this on the cover of Rose of the Week, so that in case we shift the topic to Arsenal, he gets it. But I give it
Okay, ABK 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Because I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the game.
There's nothing much. I think it's more of Sheffield being poor than Arsenal being really good. I mean, you can see Nketiah scoring a hat-trick. I don't think Jesus and Saka has had a Premier League hat-trick for Arsenal so far. And Nketiah has got a Premier League hat-trick first before both of them. Yeah, so it goes to show how poor it is. The third goal of Nketiah. And even the first goal, that touch, to
Yeah.
it was so good, man.
But
Yeah.
the third goal was just like.
Really enjoyed
good.
watching the game. I actually had on Saturday I was on a hike with my sister. We went to some mountain to hike. We rushed back to watch the game, and it was well worth 90 minutes. Tomiyasu with the
Martinelli
goal,
was
so.
also good.
Bro.
Martinelli.
You rushed back and you didn't watch the El Clasico. You watched this.
Yeah, bro, it was the
random
same time,
game,
right?
one-sided game.
The
Yeah.
El
That's why I didn't
Clasico,
watch the
right,
game.
when Gundogan scored, I can hear it like outside my window, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm so close to the stadium.
Oh, the
Yeah.
pub ah.
No.
Was it the
stadium.
pubs? Oh,
Like
the pub.
the Olympico Stadium is
Oh,
pretty
nice.
close to where I live. When Gundogan scored, I could really hear the stadium. But after that, I didn't really hear anything after that.
Yeah.
So if your
Jude,
stream
hey,
lag,
Jude.
bro.
Jude masterclass. Yeah, but
Okay, anyway.
my friends
move
didn't invite me to watch the Clasico, but priorities, bro. Arsenal loyalists have to live up to the
Oh
name.
man, you were just there, bro. I can't believe. Okay. Move on. Next team to roast is our favorite team, Manchester United. Okay, if I knew Maguire and Evans was starting at centre back, right? Because coming to the game, right, Varane was past fit, and there's Lindelof also who started at left back. I would have captained Haaland, and I would have sold for them if I knew that Evans was playing. So yeah, they considered 4 XG to Man City. 4 XG. That is, even with a penalty, is very high, man. What do you guys think on the game?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you look at the defense. I mean, not only just Maguire and Evans, the whole defense, Darlow, Maguire, Evans, Lindelof. I mean,
Onana was good though.
yeah, I mean, Onana was monster, lah, but
They one save.
power and strength, gorilla, Onana. you know
bro.
the story
From
behind.
Garnacho.
I know.
Yeah.
But nothing happened to him, right?
I don't know.
Garnacho.
I think Onana came out to defend him lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in like legit came out onto his defense. But
But
yeah,
that's
I think
in front of everyone. But okay, let's move on.
Yeah, it's such a waste, man. Like, if Onana wasn't as good, I think I would have gotten a bigger haul from Haaland as my captain. Damn.
Well, what do you think? The Haaland penalty,
Oh,
was
yeah.
that a penalty? I felt it was really soft, man.
It's a foul lah. It's a foul.
I don't know, like
It's a soft-
I'm hitting VAR because of this, you know. Like they have the technology, but they're reviewing the incident from like a 3 megapixel video from far. No, you get me? No, like you didn't even zoom in on like the. I was just watching it. I thought it was a bit soft. It was
Yeah,
too
I
soft.
think
I mean, like
as we-
handballs, I understand.
As we also mentioned about the Rugby World Cup decisions as well. I mean, when it comes to refereeing decisions, there's a big grey area.
Subjectivity.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
subjectivity, grey area. And nobody's
Except for
gonna
offside.
nobody's gonna get a perfect call. Like, you know, like people will say yes, people will say no. Like even if you like automate the system, you make the computer decide, it's still gonna be contentious. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just we just have to live with it.
So let me
Okay.
ask you, quick one. So
Quick one.
you think last week we were looking at whether Rodri's return actually helps Haaland's form, right? So second week in, he actually scored the 2 goals. You think Rodri, if Rodri doesn't start the game, do you think Haaland will not return? Do you think there's that correlation between Rodri in general? Like, I mean, is there a correlation between Rodri's presence in the team and the team like Haaland like output?
Yeah,
You think there's
I
a
think so.
correlation?
I would definitely think so. I mean, we saw the moment Rodri is not in the team, they're just more exposed at the back, right? But Rodri gives them the base for the attack to free flow. You know, I wouldn't say Rodri is the guy that's like making the secondary assist or anything,
Yeah.
but he gives the attack stability for them to do a free flow. I think with Man City.
Okay, so you remember in the Arsenal game, Bernardo played DM, right? When this game, right, Bernardo basically ran the game, right? So if Rodri played against Arsenal, Bernardo would have ran the game against Arsenal too, and they would be much better for Haaland. So yeah, there is an indirect correlation. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm asking
What do you
because I feel the same, and I think like before this, without Rodri, like Salah's captaincy was a no-brainer for me. So now I'm in a captaincy conundrum again between Salah and Haaland.
Quick
But you
FPL,
know who's not in the captaincy conundrum? Not
Who?
Who you?
me, bro. Salah-less, bro.
Okay, anyway, one of my pet peeves, right? Gary Neville, right? Every time Man U loses, right, he will blame the Glaziers. Because apparently Glazers has everything to do with the tactics and the training from day to day. That's when Carragher, if you watch the Sky Sports, right, Carragher shoot him. Like, what does the Glazers have to do with their passing out of the back and all? So that debate was quite fascinating, how Carragher shoot Gary Neville. Because every time play badly, right, he blamed the Glazers. But I know Glazers is toxic and all, yeah, we all agree. But he's taking it too far, Gary Neville. His blame. He can't just blame Ten Hag outright. Like he just sucks, but then he has to go up. Yeah, just I like to see how he squirms, Gary Neville, especially after many losers. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else before we move
I
on?
think just we touched on the defense. I think we also have to talk about the attack. I think the attack is there were a lot of chances.
Menu?
The Menu team that they had. I think Haaland had like 1-on-1. McTominay also got the ball from McTominay from Vardy. I think Vardy lost the ball and he had a chance as well. Rashford also had a good chance. Just the attack wasn't taking the chances that they had. Because for this City back, right, I think City back line, right, they're playing 3 at the back, and usually when teams play 3 at the back, right, they play like with like a wing back system. But this City team just plays like 3 at the back. That's basically 3 defense. They're not even like putting wingers to defend. So there's no balance
Speaking of the attack, right?
in a City defense. So it's difficult. I mean for you to buy City defensive assets.
Okay. So looking for FPL, right? So Man U have Fulham, Luton next 2, right?
Yeah.
If you still have Bruno or Rashford, is it a sell or is it a hold? Luton at home in game week 12. If you still have either Bruno or Rashford.
I mean, if you have other players,
or Haaland.
you have other assets that you want to get to, right? I think it's worth the transfer out, yeah. Because I mean, you have to think about your team long term. You cannot just think about the next 2 fixtures. Yeah.
I think if anyone's worth keeping is Haaland for the price point and for the potential return. I mean, if you're asking me anyone out of these 3, right? no. If you're asking me anyone out of these 3, when United, let's say you're a United fan, you live by this special FPL rule where you need at least one United asset in your team to satisfy your United craving, right? Then I will go with Haaland. I think among
I'll go
these 3,
Bruno
Haaland. I mean, okay, you go for Bruno. The reason why I don't go for Bruno is because of the price, lah. So Haaland price is pretty decent and got some returns there, and he looks hungry. He looks like
too hungry
goal
for the
waiting to happen.
Okay, move on. Anything else?
Yep.
We move on, right? So Kopi Takeaways. In this segment, we'll be tackling burning questions head on, discuss key assets to look out for, and highlight trends. So I want to start with Arsenal again. I remember asking ABK about Gabriel, whether his place will be threatened. Do you remember what you said, Gabriel?
Yep, I said no chance. No chance.
You said no. I think you said something like it will be stupid for Arteta to draw him. Did you say that, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So is Arteta stupid?
No, bro. Arteta is smart, bro.
No,
he knows how bad Sheffield United is. He listened to what I said just now.
Does he need a rest? Okay. What do you think? Serious question though.
Yeah, I don't think it's about a rest kind of issue. I think it's more about giving the players on the bench time, game time. So like I mentioned just now about how Spurs doesn't have the squad depth, right? But I think Arsenal do. But then the thing is like the bench players in Arsenal, I think they also need game time. You can't just bring them in cold. You cannot just start Gabriel every game and then expect like if Gabriel gets injured for Kyrgios to just come in and perform. They need the game time. They need the experience also playing in the Premier League. So I think it's about giving these players minutes now on the pitch. I think that's what they did when they were like 3-4-0 up. They brought on Reece Nelson, they brought on Trossard, they brought on all the players who... I mean, Emil Smith also played this week, right, over Odegaard. I think it's about giving all these players a chance to play. Yeah,
I have to agree with you. Arteta probably learned from his mistake last season when Saliba was out, and then like he had to mix in a few more players, and then they couldn't get the same momentum. And I think it's all about squad management, the way ABK puts it that way, and we see with top managers. And I wouldn't bracket Arteta yet as a top manager, but he's getting there. And I think I rate him as a manager. And I think all top managers we see their squad management, apart from Klopp their squad management rotation with their bench is pretty solid So I think it's really hard and it seems that Saliba is nailed on. He seems to be the main one. So I don't know. Do you expect to see Saliba being rotated in the next few games?
Because there's no one, right? Who will play there? There's no one.
I mean, he has to. I mean, based on this logic, he has to.
Holding that really.
Think of a
Tomiyasu, bro.
Okay, anyway, what to do? The important question is what to do. Bro.
Keep him, bro. He's gonna play the next game.
You think he will be back as per normal?
Yeah.
Okay, but
I mean, I'm not.
So
so I don't know, but.
So actually, the next game is Newcastle, right?
Yeah,
Newcastle I think you can bench him if you can. if you can if you have a bench, you can maybe sell your bench player for Simicas or something like, I guess, and then bench Gabriel and then wait and see. But if he doesn't start against Newcastle, right, then your red flags are you've seen this before, right?
Yeah.
Even though the system is still similar, it's a bit different from the season one, from game week one, right, when the system is changed. But it's a similar system, right? So I think it's pretty safe, lah. But yeah. How about
I think it's a red flag
Odegaard?
if he doesn't start Newcastle, because Newcastle is a strong team. You want your best defender to play. If he starts
How about
QVR,
Odegaard?
it's a red flag. It's time for you to
What-
move on.
How about your captain?
Who's my captain?
Your captain didn't start. Who's your captain?
Who's my captain? Oh, Odegaard, yeah. I was thinking my FPL team, bro. My FPL team captain is Haaland.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
So those who own Odegaard, what to do?
Same. I don't think Odegaard is going to be dropped. You're not going to drop the captain.
Okay.
It's just.
But you just hold him, lah.
Yeah.
You just hold him, lah, if you own him.
Yeah.
Okay, should we go? Anything else before we go on to questions?
Wait,
Can we talk about Diaby?
I mean,
no?
wait, just a quick one. Just like why we're discussing Gabriel, because we want a piece of that Arsenal defensive asset,
Yes.
right? What
Correct.
about like Zinchenko? Do you think Zinchenko is a viable option? He seems to be coming in.
Now, if you're buying now, you should just get Saliba, right? If you're buying into Arsenal, just try to afford Saliba will be the best bet.
Yeah, for me,
Or Raya.
Tomiyasu, the past 2 games he's played, he's massive. We watched the Sevilla game. He was massive against Sevilla.
Tommy.
There was no getting
He
past.
played left back, is it?
Yeah, he played left back. There was no going past Tomiyasu. He was, I think, also the man of the match for the game. Yeah, so for me, I think Tomiyasu gives the defensive stability to this Arsenal team that Zinchenko just doesn't. Zinchenko, I mean, he's
But-
very good, like going into that holding midfield role and creating from the middle, but defensively he's just not there. I mean, you put him against Salah, like it will be difficult to down. So I wouldn't go for Zinchenko. I think there are games where you require Tomiyasu in. I would say like the Newcastle game, I think he's going to play Tomiyasu instead of Zinchenko.
But did Tomiyasu invert against Sevilla? Did he go into midfield?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Was
I
it
mean,
awkward?
not as well as Zinchenko, but I think he did a decent
Yeah.
job. Yeah.
Decent.
But like to
Okay,
summarize my stand on this is that since we are arguing on who's starting, who's better, who's not, right, I'm gonna take the same approach as I have in my City defenders and stay away from them. That's my
true.
perspective.
Except Saliba,
Yeah,
I mean
that's-
Saliba. You say it, like Saliba.
But he's
for
too
Saliba,
expensive, I
except
think.
for
He's-
Saliba.
But
5,
at
Ben
that
White
price,
also, Ben
I
White
think
also, but Ben White is expensive.
5.2,
So.
yeah. It's
Saliba is
5.2.
also
I
quite
think it's
expensive. Going,
decent. Ben White is more expensive at
It's
5.7,
okay.
but yeah,
5.7
I
already.
stay away lah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other defensive assets
Yeah.
in other teams. That
I'll save the money
that
and
more
go
points,
like Crystal Palace. Okay, let's now talk about Diaby, bro. Your main guy. Quick word. Okay, quick word on him, right? He created 7 big chances in this season. So it's only third to Salah and Trippier. So he is a bit of a all-rounder. And
He is.
I kind of said don't buy him last week, right? He went out to Hall. Yeah, so what do you think? And your man Douglas Luiz
Yeah.
returns, alright. Good call, lah.
Yeah, I was saying that Douglas Luiz took the free kick, right? Then I was hoping that Diaby...
Corner,
No,
right?
Douglas Luiz
Corner
assist
free
was
kick.
a free kick outside, near the corner
Okay.
flag. So it's a free kick,
Oh, okay.
and then he went to McGinn, and then I saw Diaby like raise his leg a bit and thing. I was hoping that Diaby had a flick on, so he get that assist. But yeah, I think Diaby. Just last week you were saying that Diaby don't look too good. I kind of got a bit convinced by your narrative that Oli Watkins is a bit more selfish this game week.
You should have saw him,
But I
lah. Why
guess-
never listen to me?
Yeah, bro. If I saw him, I had to take a -8, like some week down. But I think
Actually,
I
right,
think,
Watkins. Okay, what about
yeah.
Watkins? Okay.
Watkins,
when
no,
I bought
this-
him, he
this
blank.
It's like that. Why? Usually you bring in the player. It's not for that game week. For the game week after.
Yeah.
Because it's only
No, but
this
actually, right,
case that-
Watkins' EO was above 100, right? So actually, right, his blank wasn't that bad. But if you consider my -8 is bad, lah. But his EO was above 100 actually, so it wasn't
Yeah.
bad to blank. Everyone knows him. Anyway, yeah. Should we move on to questions? There's quite a bit. Let's move.
Yeah, we
quick
should.
one. So Latif, he asks on Telegram, make space for Son or Watkins. Watkins easier fixture, but Son seems slightly more consistent. So it's between a Son or Watkins.
I mean,
Okay.
if you just look player by player, definitely Son. But I mean, if you look at value-wise,
Watkins?
Watkins is 8. Son is about 9 plus right now. So it's 1 million different.
No, just Son,
I would say
just Son.
Son. I would pick Son over. I mean, I
Huh?
would prioritize the Son transfer over Watkins.
I don't know.
I would go with a bit different from ABK. I would go with Watkins for the price reason, and also because I think if you're asking this, I'm hoping that you have Maddison, and Maddison is like an ideal replacement
Yeah.
for Son. So if you ask me, Maddison, Watkins over like Son and somebody else.
Yeah, I agree with.
But
Anwar, I think,
in last week's
I'm
spot,
with Watkins.
last week's spot, you say you cannot buy players to cover for another player, right? So
Yeah,
what's
except
this?
for
What's this? Hey, I'll listen to last week's
I
spot,
agree.
okay?
And I also said that I think Son and Maddison is the only is the only one where we can push the narrative, the argument. I also mentioned that.
Okay, quick one.
Yeah.
Jerry Chan asked Nunes for Watkins. If you own Nunes, you just keep Nunes.
Yeah.
Would be my quick one. Okay, Kenny.
But
Keegan,
if you have to
our-
choose,
our
if
main
you
guy.
don't have both, you want to bring in. I think if you are chasing rank, I
Watkins
think maybe
lah.
can go for Nunes. I think it would be quite interesting. option.
Differential.
Yeah, differential pick over Watkins.
NFO and Fulham
And
next
what-
two for Aston. I don't know. Okay, anyway, our friend Kenny, he asked. Remember last week he wants to buy Saka, right? Sell Meadow or Sunrise. Who do you think he sold? I check his team. Your guess?
Son.
Who do you listen to? ABK, if you were to guess.
Sorry, what?
No, as in last week, Kenny asked the question: sell Meadow or Sun for Saka.
Huh.
I asked him to sell Meadow. I know asked him to sell Sun. Who do you think he sold for
I don't know.
Saka?
Medicine, maybe?
Yeah, anyway, he sold Meadow. Okay, anyway, his question this game week. Neto replacement. So I know you have Neto too, right? So he asked Neto replacement, please, Huang, Adingra, Harrison, or your favorite Luis. Any miss less than 5.8. So shout out to A, right? Your friend Anwar A. He says no Neto. If Neto's absence will have an impact on attacking returns for the Wolves team. I cannot agree with him. So to answer Kenny's question, Anwar, you are going to sell Neto, I presume. Who is on your short list?
So I actually, I mean, I wasn't expecting to have to move Neto out of the team so quickly lah, because he's my cheapest midfielder at the moment, right? Naturally, the first player that I looked at was Huang, right? So Huang Hichan, and I think this bugs what
The
I said
Korean
last week
guy.
about for replacement. And I think if you look at the stats itself, right, it's clear lah that they are not for replacement. Pedro Neto is on corners, he's on free kicks. He's in terms of stats, he far outweighs Huang. And I think Huang has a very high delta XG conversion rate, which means that his conversion is really high. Which also means that positively he has gotten his points, but also on any other day those chances he could have missed. You get what I mean?
Okay.
Right. So I move away from Huang, and I think
Okay.
I think at this stage I'm purely looking at fixtures, right? Like fixtures, upcoming fixtures. And I think Brighton is coming into a good run of games. I'll probably bring Adingra in for Neto at that price point. But if I can afford, I'll probably look at Mitoma or another bit more expensive Brighton asset.
Okay, we move on. Next question. Rohit sell Burn given the upcoming difficult fixtures. If so, for Guehi. So I'll just quickly answer this. If you don't have Simikas, just get Simikas. I think it's same price, right? Burn. And then if you have Simikas ready, I think Guehi is fine. I think they have Crystal Palace have a good upcoming fixture list also. So
Yeah.
Guehi is fine. For
Actually, I'm
ABK,
looking
this
to bring
question
Guehi
from
also.
For?
I'm looking to bring Guehi because I'm looking to phase out my Spurs assets, right?
Phase
So I'm
out.
starting with Poro. Phase out. I mean, I had a triple up.
last year,
This was something
Really
that
spoil it, yeah.
I mentioned.
Phase out.
I gotta slowly phase out
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
I cannot put all my cards in one basket, all my eggs in one basket, right? So Poro is someone that I'm looking to phase out from this Spurs
Okay.
trio lah. Yeah. Guehi is
Okay,
an
last
option.
question. From Tan Kawi, it's not for ABK, okay? Just quick one. He Instagram message, right? He said, I transfer Haaland out for game week 10 for Watkins. Then he asked, bring him back for -8.
Why?
Then
Why
he
you
said
even-
friend is he asked friend is a knee jerker. I don't understand. I don't know he asking for a friend or asking for himself. But anyway,
I don't know. Don't
bring it back,
take
bro.
-8.
I support -8.
I'm not a supporter of -8. You can see from Lukman's
Bro,
week.
Haaland Bournemouth at home. I think if you make a mistake, right, and you want to correct it immediately, I'm on for that, man. So my answer to that is yes. Okay, anyway, sorry, not last. This is the last question. This is Anwar's friend Shahrul, bro. He asked time for a wildcard. I think, bro, you just message Anwar your team, right, and then he will help you out, man. He will tell you when
Yeah.
it's time to wildcard. It's difficult.
Shahrul
It's really
asked,
team dependent.
So,
Yeah, he asked time for
just a quick
wildcard.
one. Yeah, I will help you out, Sharul. Don't worry. He texted me this evening. He said, "Hey, what time is the pod later?" And I said, "Oh, we're recording at 8 p.m." He's like, "Okay, I want to listen." I said, "No, we'll be out tomorrow." He said, "Oh, you won't be here." I said, "I thought it was live." He thought we were recording and posting live, bro.
Maybe
But
we
we
should
can
do it
try
live,
to
bro.
explore that
We got-
avenue,
Got
down
demand.
the road.
Got
let's
demand.
see.
Yeah, but anyway, Shahrul, you can but seriously, you can ask on the group chat if you want, but just PM Anwar. Anwar is you're in good hands, man. Anwar will help you out.
Yeah,
Anyway,
just,
let's move on to
$5 for every transfer.
nice one, Shahrul. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening, bro. Anyway, off the menu, differential pick less than 5%. So recap from last week, Anwar. Silver
Let's
lining.
go.
I noticed that you updated the spreadsheet this week, Lukman.
So I tell you, our off the menu has been disappointing week in week out. We gotta change some rules.
I
ABK.
sheepishly, yeah.
Last
let's
week,
go.
Luman
ABK tried
commented
to
on the
be-
pod, right? He said, ABK, because you are leading, please update the spreadsheet. So I did the update. I did update until game week 9. So this morning, when I woke up, I saw, wow, game week 10 already updated.
Okay. So
Fast,
just-
automatic. Yeah.
Just a quick one for the new listeners out there. Off the menu is where we choose players which we think will perform next week that are less than 5%. Okay, less than 5% expected ownership. So it doesn't matter how much you cost all this. As long as you're less than 5%, you're eligible for off the menu pick.
Okay,
In case of draws, right, the person who has a lower ownership gets the advantage. So this week, last week, ABK chose Jesus. And we're like, oh, that's a good choice. And Jesus got injured and didn't even start. So that's lucky for us. I went with
So if you
Dominic-
guys want to know, I
Dominic-
think there's 3 weeks in a row where my player got injured. So you want to know who's going to get injured next, you just stay tuned for my off the menu pick.
Yeah, so 0 points.
Okay,
ABK
okay.
is on third place. I chose, what's his name? Dominic Solanke, right, from Bournemouth, hoping that he'd score some goals, but he didn't. He's on 2 points. And Lokman chose Adingra, the player he brought in also for a hit. And Adingra also got 2 points, but Adingra is only 0.6% owned. So Lokman is the winner of this week's Off the
so-
Menu.
Yay, silver lining.
Currently, the score now, the tally now is for me 3 points, and for Lukman and Anwar 2 points each. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Alright,
closing up
this
the
week's
gap.
pick.
Trio, man.
Who wants to go
I
first?
start,
think
my
Anwar
one's a quick one. Is the Operation Target Sheffield. I was roasting Sheffield just now. So the guy I'm going to bring in is Matheus Cunha.
Alright,
As a striker.
Anwar.
Okay, I think that I need to take a bit of a risk this
Change
week.
your pick.
And I'm
Oh, I thought
Sorry?
you have Cunha, so
No, I said I'm going for
I
a
thought you had
bit of a
Cunha,
risk
so, okay.
this week, and I think like
okay.
I'm going for
Murillo.
Diogo Jota.
Oh, he's
Diogo Jota.
Jota,
Yeah.
1.3%,
Jota
right?
from
He was in my
Liverpool.
list also.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
Cunha was in my
Diogo
list also,
Jota.
0.9%. So I'm going with a lower EO, so I'm going to play safe. Zaniolo, 0.1%. So yeah,
And he doesn't start,
he got some off after 45 minutes, but his stats was good. I think he got 6 shots in the first half. But yeah, I'm just going with... I could go with Adingra again, but there's something different. Zaniolo, 0.1%.
I'm going with
5.5
Bailey
million.
also
Okay.
instead of Zaniolo.
Yeah, but Zaniolo, Bailey comes on, so I just go with the minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted
Okay.
Cunha, so... Or Huang. Huang is 2.2%, bro.
Come on, you decide who you want. I want Jota.
Okay, no, I'm going Zaniolo. Okay,
Zaniolo,
I'll quickly
right,
go through my wrecked team. So I went with a -8. So I took out Morris, Rashford and Foden for Watkins, Adingra and Saka. So I had 0.0 to do this. So I actually wanted to do the -4. I wanted to bring in Watkins and Adingra, right? Then I asked myself, is Foden to Saka worth a -4? And in my mind, like isolated. I'm like, yeah, I think it's worth it, and it's 0.0. So when it's 0.0, right, you thought like, okay, maybe it's meant to be. So, but after I took Wednesday, right, I actually felt quite pleased. I think my team is still okay. I think is like in good shape. I think I'll probably walk out in game week 19. But anyway, bad game week because of the -8. 60 -8. So net 52. So green it rate from 2.2 to 3.2. So a massive 1 million red arrow. You should have been last week's spot, bro. You could have convinced me to walk out, bro.
I think until you got I think you get a green arrow, right? I think you should keep your characterization to stubborn one, bro. Until you get a green arrow.
How many hits have you taken in the last 3 weeks? 4
A
weeks?
lot. So I took my. So I wrote this on my lessons learned. Right? You guys should do so for the end of season part. I really have a lot of lessons learned already, and so I took -4, -8. So I'll do the math lah. I'll see how many points I so-called gain from a late wildcard. Yeah, I have a lot of lessons to learn from this season. So anyway, quick one, 52 net, right? 60 -8. So Pickford and goal, Trippier, Gabriel, Cash, Captain Salah, Maddison, Adingra, Saka, Gordon, Watkins, and Haaland. So in my next game week, I will do one free transfer, which I'll probably do soon because Tsimikas is increasing in price. Botman to Tsimikas. I think that's quite straightforward. I was going to do this even if Gabriel was not doubtful lah. So I'll bench Gabriel. Okay, yeah, that's my easy transfer. I know there's a midweek Carabao, just take note guys. But I think Carabao it should be quite safe. I think most first teamers won't play, and for me Botman is injured anyway. So yeah. Why don't we move on to ABK's team first before we move on to Anwar's monster?
67 points this week. As I mentioned, it's like a grey arrow. It's a small, technically it's a small red arrow from 820k to 860k. But decent because I don't have Salah. I captain Haaland. I think I mentioned a few pots ago that Haaland is going to be my auto captaincy option. I'm not even going to look. I'm not going to think. I'm just going to keep it on him. While people have captaincy conundrums to work with, I'm just going to keep Haaland on and bring in the points when I can. Yeah, so let me just run through my team first. Your
transfer.
Oh, my transfer this week. My transfer this week was actually
Bruno to Saka.
Yeah, definitely a good transfer to have because Bruno was playing City and then Saka was playing Sheffield. Yeah, so anyway, Saka had a lucky assist. I mean, Faris Lau on Telegram was complaining about Maddison assist. Yeah, but I think that's within the rules. I mean, if you kind of shot and then it got deflected in, you get the assist for the own goal. But Saka's one was a bit dodgy. Like it was like a corner and then like keeper saved it and then they put it in after that. Yeah, so it was kind of weird. Like it wasn't the intended target. Yeah, but anyway. 3-4-3 my team. Gabriel and Luis Diaz didn't play, so I had my two bench players, Al-Dakhil and Archer coming on. Yeah, a bit annoying because at first when I wanted to bring in a Burnley player, I was considering between Taylor. Taylor scored this game week, so I could have gotten 6 points. So I also considered getting Tsimikas in last week, but I was thinking like even if I got Tsimikas in, I wouldn't. No, I have 2 free transfers. Even if I got Tsimikas in, I would still bench him. I will play Gabriel over Tsimikas. So anyway, I didn't do that.
Tsimikas will have come on, right?
Yeah, Tsimikas will have come on for 6 points. Yeah, but a bit annoyed by that. But I think that will be my transfer for next game week to bring Tsimikas on for Botman. Anyway, my team, how it looks like is I got how it looked like for this game. It was Al-Dakhil, Cash, Trippier as my defense. My midfield, Maddison, Bowen, Son, Saka. Up front, I have Archer, Watkins, and Haaland is my captain. Yeah, so next week, we're probably gonna do Botman Botman to Tsimikas, and then.
Are you doing it tomorrow, bro? Before the price rise?
I think I'm not really chasing the price rise. I got like 0.4 on my bank. I'm not really chasing it. I'm just going to wait for news or updates. Because Luis Diaz also, we're not sure whether he's going to play next game week. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, anyway, my team.
I'm going to wait, one more thing. I going to captain Haaland also. I think it's quite straightforward captaincy.
Yep.
Even if you have your son, you have Salah. Bournemouth at home is spicy. Okay.
Yep.
Ano?
Yeah, so a decent game week.
Monster.
Another monster game week for me. I think I didn't make any changes to my team last week. I kept the only change that I did was to bring in Areola and to bench Johnston. So that was the only change I had from this week to last week.
Oh, you just made a sub, you roll your transfer.
Yeah, I just made a sub. Right. Yeah, so I roll over my transfer. Pretty decent green arrows all around. I'm 9th on the FPL Kopi Talk League, so top 10. So maybe we should do Kopi Talk top 10, maybe league top 10.
Yeah. Come on, we need, bro. Can save on costs. You don't have to buy the jersey, bro. Okay.
Then in Singapore, like ranked in Singapore, I rose from 880 to 250, which I think is
solid.
pretty decent. And
Nice.
overall,
Overall?
from 115k, I'm at 38k now. So I think
Okay.
I'm feeling quite jittery and nervous at this point. I punched a bit above my belt. Then I didn't
OG,
expect
OG,
to
bro,
do this
OG.
well. Yeah. So the team that I have, I started with Areola in goal, Poro, Cash, and Simicas in defense. So I had like a pretty non-zero defense there, like compared to those who had like Gabriel and Trippier. So
Yeah, that's
I'm quite
true,
happy
man.
that I defeat FOMO.
Non-zero.
So
I was thinking what non-zero means.
yeah, like I mean Trippier. I mean, quite a number of people had this like Trippier, Gabriel zeros. Right? I think that's a bit of a differential this week lah for me.
And Al
And
Dahil.
in midfield I had
Kabore. Kabore also got
in
zero.
midfield I had
Okay,
Maddison, Son, Neto, Diaby, Salah. So Diaby returned quite a bit for me, and up front I have Haaland and Watkins. Yeah, so I have 2 free transfers going into game week 11. I have 0.4
What
in
you
the
gonna
bank,
do, bro?
and I think
What
the
you gonna do?
so Neto is definitely, I think he's definitely out for a period of time, and I need to
Yeah.
get a replacement because I don't have anyone on the bench who can get me the points. Like, I'm not bringing Archer after we roast the team for like lowest. What you call that? XG. Yeah, so Neto is probably going to go out for Brighton player, whether it's Adingra or someone more expensive. Will depend if I will use my 2 free transfers this week and probably phase out Poro. So potentially I could be Poro to Guehi and Neto to Adingra or Mitoma.
Mm.
So this could be one of the
No, bro. You should.
yeah.
No, Neto to Adingra. You should sell Kabore or Adahil to Guehi.
No. I mean, I'm saying that if it's just Neto to Adingra only, or if I were to like thinking of bringing Mitoma in, then I would have also to move Poro out of the team and bring in Guehi. You get what I mean?
Enable lah. The
Yeah, I need to
Poro
enable,
to Guehi is the enabling move to.
No. Poro is cheaper than Guehi.
No,
Sorry,
Poro is
Guehi is
full-
cheaper than Poro.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
I need the points to bring in Mitoma. Neto doesn't.
Oh,
bring
you
in
meant
Mitoma.
Pitoma. Oh, I thought Adingra. Oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do Poro to Guehi, Neto to
Adingra
Pitoma.
only. Yeah, correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you should
Because
do that.
or I can
should do
hold Poro.
Adingra.
Because I just feel like I brought in Poro for the World Cup, but he hasn't returned me the points that I want from him. But I guess that's just hindsight talking lah. I mean, if you're looking at purely logical move, then Guehi, because Crystal Palace running, we have a few decent games to play against, right? And then
Poro
Mitoma
was
for
fully responsible for the loss of clean sheet at the last.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but actually, I'm quite impressed with Poro. He reminds me of when Robo started. Like, you know, Robo was a headless chicken at first, right? Then he improved. He used his aggression very well, right? I think Poro is becoming like those Robo type, which is a good thing. From letting Shawal Anwar score in the summer, from me praising him is quite a big deal. But I'm quite impressed with him as well. But anyway, Neto to Mitoma, Poro to Guehi, bro. That's a good move.
Yeah,
Free transfer.
potentially, yeah. 2 free transfers.
Do it, bro.
Yeah.
Anything else?
So I have
ABK?
to see.
You
I have
agree
to
with
see
those
because if there's
moves?
more fires to fight within the week, right? Then I need to move properly.
Personally,
Yeah,
I
so I
would do
can move
Mitchell instead of
quickly.
Guehi. Because like Mitchell is
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Same,
Yeah.
doesn't matter lah.
Or even I think I can afford Anderson also.
No, he's
So,
five point
yeah.
he's 5 point something already, bro. Don't waste the money.
Is he?
You-
Yeah,
He's really
but I mean like on corners,
Euros
he's
impressed.
like they're targeting for him.
Yeah, Guehi is fine.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, anyway, Mitchell is injured, bro.
injured.
Yeah, he came off injured in the last game. But anyway, yeah, let's move on.
Food
What's
for
next?
thought,
Mini league, right?
Yep.
Food for thought. Okay, quick one, top 3 in the mini league. Ilya Gurov, with his random team name Bo GW1160BO. He's from Serbia lah. He just joined the league, I think. At second place we have Lemon Quack with the team name Sunshiny Days, and at first place Gary Au with the team name Teh Sui Tai. So he's FPL Milo Dino's friend apparently, and the reason why he stopped because of Douglas Lewis. So he got 70. Okay, his transfer was Sterling to Maddison. That's his transfer. He 77 points, right? So Areola and goal, Pau, Poro, Pinot 15 points. What
Fabio
the?
Aurelio. Legend of the game.
He got, yeah, left back. Pinot with 15 points. Wow. Douglas Lewis, Ward Prowse, Captain Salah, Maddison, Saka, Watkins, and Haaland. So Yeah, good job, bro, Gary Al. ABK, take us out.
Yep. Right. Yeah. So if you haven't, you don't really know, we give out the Premier League jersey of choice to the season winner of our league. You may find the league code at our Telegram channel where we administer our league and interact with the community.
Yep, so once again, thank you so much for your support. Do give us a like, subscribe, and share on all our socials. You can find FPL Kopi Talks on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Links are embedded in the description below.
Okay, we'll be back next week to preview Game Week 11 on a Tuesday night Singapore time. Any questions, just hit us on our socials, man. And it's good to have you back, ABK. Miss you last week.
Good
Thank you
to be
for
back,
the
bro.
pod. Thank you, Anwar.
Thank you.
And good job, guys. And thank you to me. We are FPL Kopi Talks signing out.
Bye-bye. Ciao, xin ciao.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks. Right here. Right now.